Now, one of the most common thing that I hear coming out of people I know's mouths is that every single person who's ever done drugs or does drugs is doing it to fit in or to try to be cool. Now, before I actually make my points against these people, there are two things that I would like to clear up. Number one, I am not a drug user. And number two, the types of people who they're referring to do indeed exist. Now that that's out of the way, I can get started by saying that if you genuinely fucking believe that every single person who's ever done drugs or still does drugs is just trying to fit in or be cool, you're fucking retarded. Has it ever occurred to you that there may be a such thing as a lonely drug user who doesn't have any consistent friendships or a clique to begin with? Yes, you vacuous chode! There is such a thing as an uncool drug user who doesn't get high to impress the stereotypical blonde bimbo with big tits. That motherfucker doesn't have any social attraction to the drug to begin with. There are people out there who get high just to get high. By saying that every single person who's ever did drugs is just out there to impress people, you are outright refusing to acknowledge that that person may have had a reason to want to alter their mind in the first place. They may be going through shit at home. They may have no consistent friendships, and they may have nobody to confide with at all. Their mind is under constant stress that you, the normal, morally righteous bucket of cunts, would never understand. And until they're in that situation and viewing everything in the same way that they are currently, their mind will continue to remain in that state. That person is breaking down mentally, and all they really want is an escape from all of the bullshit that has surrounded them. They will chase this by means of a mind-altering substance. The very thought of having a different view on life, or even the fucking world, for one moment is beautiful to them. The fact that you would undermine their suffering and dehumanize them is reprehensible. Now, before you go out there and say that you would never do drugs and that you would try to find some way to get help, listen to this. There are times and there are situations when the environment that person is stuck in prevents them from getting any sort of help alongside the people who helped make the environment in the shitty state that it is in. Along with that, anyone who society actually trusts to help depressive people could do nothing more than make the situation worse. They need a way to escape their pain and be happy on a regular basis. I can tell you this because I used to suffer from things like a turbulent relationship with my parents, no friends whatsoever, bullying, depression, etc., et motherfucking etc., and I can tell you for a fact that I would have wanted more than anything in the world an escape, and that would have been better than any permanent solution that may not have been in sight at the time. Not all people who take drugs are conformists and people-pleasing dipshits. There are people out there who have legitimate reasons to want to get high. With all that out there, I just like to say that I don't think getting high is a permanent solution. What I'm saying is that we all need to get out there and show them that we're there to help without outright chastising them simply for having a shitty habit. We need to show them that we're still willing to help even though they may have a habit that a bunch of people-pleasing dipshits perform amongst themselves to impress each other. Until then, You cancerous cocksucker, are another part of the problem. You are yet another person who does not know jack shit about the individual, yet is still closed-minded enough to judge them over a habit that they're well in their place to do. Change this shit or have an extremely delayed abortion.